To speak on the business of music, we are going to have the MD CEO of Arc Music Entertainment, Dr. Inu Momodu.
I'll be talking about the business of music this morning. Now, the entertainment industry involves every one of us. The business of music involves every one of us. I'll tell you why. There's virtually nothing you can do today, no sector, no sphere, even your lifestyle, even your pastime, your hobbies, even the time you relax at home, you are chilling with your family, that you will not need a form of entertainment. Am I right? While some of you are coming here, I guess you tune on the radio in your car, or you played a particular song on your phone or your car stereo, and that informs us how well the industry affects every one of us. Now, by creation, every one of us is a creative. If you look at Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So, by first introduction, God is a creator. By then, chapter 1, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 tells us that God made man in his own image and after his own likeness. That means God created you to be like him and also to function like him. So if God is a creator, that means you are also a creator. And he gave Adam the assignment to replenish the earth, to subdue, to dominate. And that's exactly what he has asked us to do as creatives. Now, talking about the business of music, sometimes when we talk about music business, people think it's different from what you know as the regular business. You know, every principle that is found in the business world is what operates in the music business environment. The difference is that you are bringing talent, you are bringing skill, and you are bringing business principles into place to be able to make it work. Am I right? Now, music business simply means the acquiring, producing, packaging, or compiling of audio or video programming and of diverse content, which is primarily music or music related, and the marketing and sales of such programming by the method of distribution. What that means is that, for example, you pick a performing art, maybe a singer, a poet, a comedian, or anybody that stands on the stage to perform, to entertain. You pick that person. It takes a lot of process. It takes a lot of things that is done behind the scene to make that person a star. Now, the music industry is structured in a way where you have basically 4 pillars that holds the structure of the entertainment industry. You have, number 1, management. Number 2, production. Number 3, promotions. Number 4, marketing. So look at that individual, that performing art, maybe a singer. We're talking about the music business. That singer needs to be developed. Management takes care of the discovery, talent development, and branding of that act. So in that sphere, in that structure, a lot of us here, you discover that you have a flair for you. It's easy for you to spot a talent. You can easily identify a gift in the room. You can do that with your kids, with your neighbors, or you do that even with people that you relate with. You easily can tell that this person has the potential to do better with your gift. That falls under management. And it actually falls under a unit in management which is called A&R, Artist and Repertoire. So for you to be able to develop a gift, indirectly, I'm also telling you the diverse opportunities that are available in the music business industry. So under management, you need to discover that artist, and you can do that formally or informally. Some talents can be discovered here today, or you can organize a formal talent hunt or talent search. Now you have people that are gifted as talent scouts, which can go into campuses, they go to churches, they meet people on the street, and they can easily tell that this is a gift. From that stage of discovery, you take them through a stage of management, of development, where you brand the artist, the profile. Even your stage name. A lot of artists are not successful because of the name they picked. Your name speaks of your identity and your purpose and your assignment. There are some names you hear, and that name is not sellable. So your stage name is key. Your management team, they sit down with you to be able to decide the kind of name that will aid your brand. Your stage name is there. Then they design the profile over time. Most of the times now, with the aid of social media, a lot of artists have been discovered via the social media sphere. What you think is that the day the record label posted the video, that was when they discovered them? No. The reason why those videos were viral, you saw one boy singing on the street or one lady hawking with a tray on the streets. That's not when he or she was discovered. They maybe have discovered like 2-3 years back. The record label actually pushes those contents for you to naturally buy into the emotion that an underdog was discovered. That is part of the process of developing the artist and selling a brand, and also building a fan base. Now, all these processes takes place, and this is what you call the pre-production stage. Now, under management, you have bookings. People are also involved in booking as booking agents, road managers. They can plan and organize. Like this event, people spend time to make sure that everything is put in place. It falls under management. You also have, under management, you have people that will set out the documentation, the legal matters, the itinerary, and the plans for the artists. Then let's come to the production, which is the next pillar. Production for a creative or for an artist under the music business sphere is not just making the music. It involves pre-production also, which has to do with songwriting, development. It has to do with choosing the title for the track, title for the albums, and the compilation of the whole studio production, mix, mastering, recording, and voicing. This takes time to also process. And you need a team of people. Now, under management, like I said, you have A&R, you have bookings, you have road management, and you can form labels under this. I'll come to that part of how you can how to start your own music independent label. Now, under production, the same thing. For a regular studio production, you need a producer or producers, as it may be. Then if the artist is a live performer, you need a band. Even if you're going to be doing studio programming, you will need backup singers and engineers. So you find there are opportunities that are available for employability in that sector. Then you go to the next sector. After discovering development of the artist, you begin to package the artist and produce the artist content, music and all that as it relates to the business of music. Of course, the next thing we talk about is the promotion. This is where publicity and advertisement comes in. You need to find out strategies on how to use the electronic or the mass media, electronic, social media, print media, or otherwise. You engage strategies. Now, this is why I mentioned how they put out content for you to feel that, oh, this person was discovered through this way. Most of the time, we have strategies that we sit down to plan how you can sell an artist. Now, the artist is the product. The artist is the talent, but it's also the product. That's why you see that there's so much emphasis placed on the artist himself. Or the artist will need to now learn how to organize proper strategies for marketing. You have to be in the face of the people. Now, one of the key principles of music promotion is repetition. There's no tautology when it comes to music promotion. The more you play it, there are some songs that you finally started singing along or bumping your head to that you never liked. You criticize those songs when you heard them the first. Am I talking? But after a while, you just find out that there's something about this song that is catching my attention. It's because it has been constantly put in your face. Anywhere you turn to, you hear the song. Anywhere you turn to, you are seeing the artist's face. You are seeing the promotions everywhere. Over time, you have no choice than to buy in. And this thing is done with a lot of emotional involvement. That's why strategies have to play into this thing. Then you talk about marketing and distribution. Now, in those days, when I got involved in the music industry as a teenager, I got involved when we were still using cassettes and VHS. The principle has not changed, but the strategies keep evolving. Now, I'll tell you a story. When I was 17 years old, I got involved in the music business at 15. Then my first production was at 16. Then I started my record label, my company, Act Music International, at 17. When I was about to start that, I signed my first artist at 17. I went to my first mentor, my biological father. So I traveled from Benin City to Awuchi to have a sit down with him to get information and wisdom on how to go. My father happened to be the first person that brought music business to Edo North. I was born in Awuchi. My dad was the first person that brought music business. He started a record label even before I was born, before he met my mother as a young man. And he successfully was able to evolve music from the Edo North, and it went national. So I wanted to know what he did and how he did it. And my dad is a very fantastic storyteller. He doesn't answer your question directly. He will tell you a story. So he sat me down and said, he remember when he signed his first artist. He didn't have enough funds, so he went to Afribank and took a loan. He took a check. Then they will go to Onitsha to produce their artists. Then they will come to Lagos to mass produce the vinyl, no plate, turntable. They will come to Lagos to do the mass production. So he had gone to Onitsha, finished the production, traveled to Lagos. He used his money. That check was still with him. Came to Lagos, mass produced the turntable plates, the vinyl, successfully, but he no longer had cash to make the jackets, the jacket, the covers. So he decided to sleep over that night in his uncle's place here in Lagos. And the uncle's wife happened to have a bar, outdoor bar, where they were selling pepper soup and drink. Then he noticed that our people, Isako people, they were coming to that bar. I noticed that the crowd was gathering, and there was a turntable player outside playing. So he now said to his uncle that this is my artist that I produce. I want to test and see the reaction of people, because I saw the crowd gathering. I'm telling you this story for a reason. Then the uncle said, go ahead. My dad took one of those plates and started playing, and he started watching the crowds. Before you know it, he sold everything that night. No promotion, no jackets, nothing. He didn't need to go to Afribank the next morning to go and cash the loan, the check. He had money, went back and printed more, mass produced more and printed. That's the only story he told me. I came to Benin City. I left out, which I left him. I started my artist, I produced the artist, I did everything. Now, I talked about strategies and most of that. You just connect the dots. So I sat my artist down. I looked at the dates. August, my artist was also a member of the Chicago Mission, but another branch. We looked at the dates. Quick conversion that year, August. I said, okay, let's write a song and dedicate to Mama. We wrote a song dedicated to Mama. Strategies. We printed cassettes. We were able to raise money for like 200 cassettes. I did most of those jobs on credit. I didn't have a studio then. I went to a studio. I wrote a letter to one of my mentors. I want to use your studio to record. After the launch, I will pay. I got costume for the band. I did all of that. We went to Fete Arena that day, and we had more demand that we could supply. I used the same principle my dad taught me. I will not be able to break it down now. And without publicity, without promotion and everything, we sold everything. Women, because we sang a song, strategy, dedicated to Mama. And it was appealing emotionally to the women. That was the song we did. You just guess what happened. They were throwing money at us, and there were no cassettes to supply. And my mom, a reverend, to Chicago Mission, left the altar and was helping us to sell cassettes. So what am I trying to say? What I've said now is, one, you need mentors. You need to be able to go to a source that will tell you what he or she has done that you can improve on. You need to be able to put your strategies in place, from pre-production to post-production to marketing and pushing the artists. Now, this artist I signed, nobody knew him. He was just a member of a choir that I discovered that could lead praise and worship all night. You know, they tire. And I saw that potential. And he wanted to, and one of the things we did, which is, now I learned this from two people. Now, Bob Nestamali speaks Patois, speaks the vernacular English, like we have a pidgin in Jamaica. But have you ever heard a song that Bob Nestamali sang in Patois? He sings in English. Think about it. So, this my artist, when he sings in church, he leads powerful Benin praise worship songs. Now, when I wanted to produce an album, he came with English song. I said, hey, you, what people know you for? I know I'm saying this. Now, one of the struggles you may have in the music business is that you want to do what you like. It doesn't apply. You do what the people want. That's how you sell. That's what demarcates commercial music from feel-good music. You say this guy can sing, but you know they said, nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to listen, nobody wants to give you a platform to perform. So I told my artists, we argued for a while, I said, see, your demography, you already have fan base, women likes you a lot. Women in church, they like you a lot because of what you do and how you do it. That's what we're going to focus on. But we're going to create a fusion So you don't sing the normal traditional Benin music, but you're going to sing in your language in a contemporary beat. So I sat down with my team. We produced the kind of music that is appealing to both the old and the young, but delivered in the Benin language. Are you able to follow what I'm saying? Now, these things apply. This is applied to how well you understand how to run the music business. Now, one of the key things that affects the words, that also determines the growth of the industry, is systems. Systems are designed to manage growth. Systems may not determine the growth. Now, if you look at the human anatomy, you have the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, the muscular, even this building, you have electrical system, but not all cables are the same. You have 2 mm cable, you have 4 mm cables. The cables that runs the lighting, the sockets are not the same. But what you must understand about system, that everything that is connected works, and everything that works is connected. You must understand that principle, that everything that must work must be connected, and everything that is connected must work. So that also applies in the industry. I'm stressing this about system because a lot of creative, this is where they struggle. When you come in as another dog into the scene, let me speak to the artists, the performing arts. Now in the industry, we have the creative sector, you have the performing sector, and all that, performing arts and creative arts. Most struggles that we have as producers that work from behind the scene with most of the artists is that they think that talent is all they need to bring to the table. In this business, talent is 5%. All I need from you is 5% of your talent. Your talent is nothing. Your talent cannot produce 1 naira. Talent is a gift given to you by God. You follow the package, it's free. But you need to learn a skill. You need to develop the skill. That is your assignment. That you can sing does not guarantee. Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you not been disappointed most of the time you watch talent hunt shows, most of these big talent hunt shows? Your favorite singer never makes it to top 5. What do you think happened? Because the college of judges, they have criteria for which they will pick the singer. The best singer may not sell 1 naira in the market. Why would I sign that kind of a person? Because what you sell is not the voice. What you sell is the entire package. So we must understand how systems work. Most talented people are so entitled that they feel that what they have is enough. So they cannot connect. And if you do not connect, you will not work. Whatever is connected works. Whatever works is connected. Now, in the system of the entertainment industry, you must understand that the same way your muscular system needs to integrate with your respiratory system is the same way it works in our industry. Are you guys following me? It's the same way it works in our industry. Now, an artist alone can employ a minimum of 10 persons. 1 act. A poet, a singer, an actor, blah, 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 can employ a minimum of 10 persons directly and indirectly. If you stretch it, 25 persons. If you overstretch it, 50 persons. Most of the time a song is dropped, a song is released, about 500 people may earn. Are you following me? Now, an artist will walk in here to perform. He or she will come with his or her manager. That's one. Abi, you will come with a band. A small band consists of 8 people, 9 persons, 5 instrumentalists, 3 singers. Are you following me? Now, he or she will need people that will promote that event. You will pay bloggers. Bloggers are earning. Graphic designers are earning. Are you following me? The radio OAPs, DJs are earning. TV presenters are earning. Who else again? The tailor, the fashion designer is earning. The makeup artist. Everybody earns. The music business involves everybody. Now, one of the biggest, one of the most important category of persons that is needed for the growth of this industry is all of you put together. The fan base of that artist. Without a fan base, there's nothing to sell. There's nobody to sell to. That's why every one of you is important. Your opinion counts. Your opinion about that artist counts. Your input counts. Now, Some of you are music enthusiasts. You have songs on your playlist you have not played in the last 5 years. You can't delete it. Let me see your hands. You have songs in your playlist 3 years. You've not played it too. There's something that makes you compile those playlists. There's something that makes you go in search of new content, new materials from this particular artist. People like you are very important in the industry. Some of you organize events. Either you're organizing your child's birthday, you're organizing a wedding party, or whatever social event you want, you will need somebody to perform. The DJ that will perform is also promoting the music. So everybody is important in this fair. So we must understand how we all connect. So therefore, how do you start? Let me establish. So you must understand how we all connect, and you must deliberately and consciously begin to help the industry grow. As a fan, as a music critic, as a music enthusiast, you must begin to. Some of you come to a place like this, and you see some people perform. You love what they do. There's so much, like we say in church, bless you. There's so much impact on you that you enjoyed yourself. Please go ahead to call the person and dash the person 5 naira. Somebody shout amen. And let that thing that you enjoy so much that became soul lifting, let it put your hand in your pocket to say, I want to support you. That's how you help the industry grow. Now, finally, I will want to dive into how somebody will now ask, how do I start, how do I go into a music business? It's very simple. You need to, first of all, create a business plan. The same way you create a business plan for your boutique, for your shop, for your enterprise. Create a business plan that you want to start with. Choose a specific name that can sell itself. Choose your name that can sell itself for the business. Go to Corporate Affairs Commission, register the business. Go to the bank and register and open your bank accounts. Then structure your business. For you to be able to run as an investor or as a stakeholder, define the kind of label you want to run. Now, most people, maybe during the panelist section, I'll be able to explain to their question comes up the different kind of labels and how they operate. Not all labels are record labels. They fall under those 4 categories. Some people are running management labels, production label, marketing label, and distribution labels. I will explain that if the opportunity comes, and also explain how they operate and how it applies to you. I will give a few examples. So basically, how do you start a music business? These are some of the things you need to do, and God bless you. Thank you very much.